Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I mean, to the podcast. It's on the record straight. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Vic Slang.
It's your girl Kai.
Today we want to talk about. Today we want to talk about like dating, right? The dating world today. How shit is. I know we're a little late. You know what I'm saying? But people can always catch up with it later. Um, some people like to be here live and the, you know what I'm saying, in the moment, but it's cool. Yeah, I feel like I got something. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so we just want to talk about like dating today. What's good? What's good, my guy? Um, because the dating world is kind of like I feel like everything's been changing in society. I feel like morality is down. I feel like when it comes to dating shit is just like not how it used to be. Even like sometimes I hear women say like, "Damn, guys don't take women on dates no more." Or like guys don't do certain shit no more. They don't buy flowers no more. They don't pull out the chairs no more. I hear people talk about a lot of things when it comes to dating, right? Um, a lot of women for some reason they just get hit with the Netflix and chill. I think that's specifically like a hood thing, you know. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like I just hear a lot of like the Netflix and chill be going around. Not no real actual dates. And it's a whole bunch of stuff, right? The virtual dating, the apps, like all of this crazy stuff. So we just wanted to touch upon some things and have a discussion about it. So I'll let you take the floor.
I mean, I kind of want to build off of what you're saying, so you can go ahead.
Yeah, so I feel like when it comes to courting today, dating, I feel like it's very different than how it used to be. Get that. It's said thoughts everywhere. I think like we like yeah, like I just think relationships are superficial. They're so very like we just trying to get something. Like we just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at least that's how I feel about it in the hood. I feel like dating in the hood is very like come up with the come up mindset where it's just like a woman are usually thinking like what can I get from this man, and men are usually thinking like what can I get from her without really spending my money or breaking my bank, like so I think it's very like come up like trying to like use the next person. Um yeah, and I think like when we just looking at people like commodities, like we just looking at people like what's your value, right? And value is usually based on like you mentioned before. Like if it's a guy, like what can I get from you? What's tangible? What tangible things can I get from you? And if same thing, the man looking at a woman, well, what can I get from you? Um, and then I think with technology, with the advancement of technology and all of these different things, I feel like I feel like people feel like they have access to so many different people. Like you don't really got to go outside no more, right? To like really get to know people or like try to bump into somebody. Like you got Instagram, like dudes be jumping in girls' DMs every single day. You know what I'm saying? You got Facebook, you got a whole bunch of stuff, right? You got these apps. So it's just like a lot of times, we spend mad time on our phone just scrolling, swiping left, swiping right, like um and yeah, and I think the whole dating shit is crazy. I think also like with the so-called freedom that women got, right? Which really is just not to be slut shamed and to be able to go out there and participate and hold them. You know what I'm saying? Like 'cause that's really what the so-called freedom kind of is, right? Like what started out as trying to get equal pay, it's just like you really now you have the access to fuck whoever you want, and you think you're not gonna be shamed. Like some people still gonna shame you, but more girls are like, they're on the slut shame. So I just feel like all of these things are like a catalyst of like people just having situationships, people thinking that they have a lot of access to people, people having too many partners, so they think so when you have too many partners, you look for that You look for all the good qualities of all your other partners in one person. And I think that also impacts and is hurting people that are dating, right? Because you like, and I mentioned this before, like, um, a woman like a woman that been with like a woman or a man that been with like 20 with different women or 20 different men, um, they have a certain mindset. Like they looking at it like, I don't want that, but I want this. But the problem is they want all of those things from one person. And I think that just creates bigger problems. People have like unrealistic. It creates unrealistic expectations, like in my opinion, when it comes to like dating and looking for like the right one or whatever the right one is.
I can agree with you on a lot of those things. I kind of feel like I'm like growing a different perception of things, right? And I feel like a lot of times, we focus so much on like monogamy, and I feel like we focus so much on like finding that one person, like you said, that's gonna like fit everything that we want and that we desire. But I think that like for some people, like monogamy doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And I think that because it's just like what's socialized, and what most people like do. You know what I'm saying? Like they just automatically feel like they automatically just practice monogamy. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand that there's different types of relationships and there's different setups. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I feel like more people should like. I feel like if more people kind of like branched out and like practice different things, maybe that they would be happier. Because I feel like there's some people who are in monogamous situations or looking for a monogamous thing, but that's not really like what they need. You know what I'm saying? And that's women and men. You know what I mean? So sometimes I feel like, we're always focused on like finding this one person, this one magical person that's just gonna be like it, and we're gonna like be with them for the rest of our lives. But like, I don't know. I feel like that's not human nature. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people change, humans evolve, what they want changes, evolves, and I feel like because of that, I feel like, you know, I don't know. I just be thinking about that sometimes. I feel like everybody just does monogamy, you know, and people should practice different things.
Yeah. Um, it's interesting that you don't feel like that about interracial dating because it's literally like the same thing. I advise people to like, yeah, you should date outside your race. You should date outside your culture. You should be into different things. You should see how different women treat you. You should see how different men treat you. And I'm bringing this up because you're speaking from the sense of like trying different things. And I feel like I have that same mindset for everything, right? Like trying different things, like trying different foods, you know, trying different places, trying different boroughs, trying different states, like just trying different things. And because you never know, when you have like a rigid mentality, um, and I mentioned this before too. That's another thing, right? Which is it's a good point because it has to do with dating. I think people try to make like their dating situations political. Um, yeah, definitely. People make I feel like we living in like this big ass political climate, and I think that like everybody be talking about like people try to make every. I mean, I get it. The political is personal, the personal is political, but sometimes it's like, bro, like everything doesn't have to be political. Everything is not about like being rigid. Um, and I think that like again, people sell themselves short. I think some people believe in soulmates. Some people some people have certain shit, right? Like people some people have certain standards. And I tell people all the time, if you believe in soulmates, that's cool. But just know your soulmate could be somebody with a kid. You know what I'm saying? If you sit here and you have this rigid mindset like I'm not dating nobody with kids. Um, but if you believe in soulmates, right? If you believe somebody was specifically created for you, you don't know who that person is. You don't know that person got kids. You don't know if that person might be of a different race. Um, so this is why I be trying to like tell people, yeah, if you believe in that, you believe in that, cool. But just know that you don't know who this person might be. You don't know where this person at. You don't know this person might be somewhere else, right? Not necessarily in your city or your borough. You know what I'm saying? Like so these are just things to be mindful of when if you think that way, I don't believe in soulmates. I think relationships need work. Kind of like what Ocean Galaxy said. I think some people are interested in the idea of a relationship, right? Like people be feeling like, they don't want to feel lonely. They want to be with people. A lot of times people just want companionship, right? They just want to have access to somebody in a certain way, right? They want some in-house coochie. Like I was saying that one time, right? Some people just want in-house coochie. Some women just want in-house wee. They just want to have access to somebody whenever I need to scratch my itch. Like I know I could call you. You know what I'm saying? So they just want the companionship, but they said they want, they like the idea of a relationship, but when it's time to get serious, when you start to think about like what a relationship really entails, um, you kind of like shy away from it. A lot of us have trust issues. A lot of us have, like weird attachment styles. A lot of us have mad trauma from getting into the wrong relationships, and we don't get the help that we need. And then we just move on, right? Like I seen a post the other day. It was like I never healed. I just kept going. A lot of times people do keep going. Um, so yeah, I think we need to stop making like our love political. And kind of like what you said, like got to go out there, see what's out there.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like you got to find what works for you, and like you said, I agree with you. I feel like sometimes people, um, I feel like people, like you said, they want the companionship, they want the consistent bond with somebody. You know what I'm saying? But they don't necessarily like want a whole relationship. And I think that you can get that in other dynamics. You can still have that consistency, you can still build that bond with somebody without, um, like lying or like being like dishonest or, you know, whatever. But I also feel like people focus too much on relationships. I think people focus way more on relationships than they focus on making themselves better and making, their lives better, making their careers better, making their money better, making their health better. People are just so obsessed with being in a relationship, you know? And I feel like at the end of the day, yes, relationships are great, being in love is great, but relationships are not the end all to be all. You know what I'm saying? They're not. I don't think relationships are the best the best thing in life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes, like even when I'm on social media, I feel like that's consistently the topics that are being discussed and talked about all the time is relationships. And that's for men and women. So I just feel like people also focus too much on that. And I feel like when you focus too much on something, it doesn't come to you. When you stress about it too much, it doesn't come to you. You know what I'm saying? But when you're like minding your business and you're doing you and you let that go, you'll find that things come to you. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, more organically, and you're more likely to be ready for them because you're not so hyper focused on it. It's like how they say like, oh, like when you wash a boiled egg, it never boils, or like there's like little sayings like that, right? Like it's kind of like that. So the longer you focus on something, the longer you worry about something and you stress about it, the longer it's going to seem to take, the less likely it is for it to be successful. So I think that's like another perspective that I have about you know um relationships and the problems with relationships is that people focus too much on them. They prioritize it. That's people's whole identity. They can't fathom not being in a relationship, not being with a person. They can't be alone. They go from one person to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. Um, so
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think people have I think it's a whole bunch of, I think at the end of the day, like, because you mentioned monogamy, but I'm like, at the end of the day, people not even really getting married like that. So at the end of the day, in this country, technically, you're single till you're married, right? That's just what it is. I'm saying, like, you're single till you're married. Like, I don't care if you've been living with somebody, and I agree with that. I don't care if you've been living with somebody for 10 years, 15 years. Um, to me, that don't mean shit.
I
Motherfucker
mean,
wake up.
well, actually, like from some states legally, when you live with a person, for a certain period of time, they consider y'all Forgot the actual word for it, but
You're still not married. You could be a domestic partner. You could be whatever
I mean,
else.
but that's still, I feel like that's still monogamy. Like, I feel like if some people have monogamous agreements, like people will have an agreement like, yo, I'm messing with you, you messing with me, we only mess with each other. You know, like that's still under the guise and my perception of like monogamy.
Yeah, but it's monogamy has to do with marriage, right? Monogamous, all of those things. Polygamy, right? These are coming from the concept of people getting married. So what I'm saying is, if you're not married, you're still single according to the law, right? But again, people have their own little arrangements. People got their own little situations. People got their own little whatever. And I think that's also a part of the big problem. I think people are not dating to get married. People are not dating with intention. People is just like, oh, we're gonna get to know each other. Um, excuse me. People, but also I understand when people take their time. For example, I feel like I can't just jump into a situation with a woman. Because people come with a lot of baggage. People hide who they really are. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like people, it's a lot of and this is like to see, this just seems to be the pattern with relationships, right? Make sure y'all like the video if y'all like it. So it could like probably, I mean, so it could circulate. This seems to be the big problem. I feel like people do this. They get together. The first 3 months is beautiful. You know, they call it the honeymoon stage, right? Everybody's on their best behavior. Everybody is chilling. Everybody is hiding their demons, their issues. Some people don't even know they got certain issues, right? Um, this is why I tell people all the time. I'll be like, when you get out of a toxic relationship, you don't know if you're healed or not until you really get into another relationship, until you really start to like kind of like refeel some of those things you felt, right? Until you really start to love, until you really start to like, feel like this is when you really know, right? Like you could avoid somebody, you could avoid family members, right? Like you don't know if you really healed or if you really coming from a different place until until you're around your family members. That's why in the holidays, people hadn't seen family members for mad long, and then as soon as they come around them, it's always a problem. It's always an issue, right? Because it was never resolved, and it'd be the same thing with people jumping around, like because you like you mentioned, right? Like we be seeking companionship so bad, right? But that's human nature. Human nature is like we're social creatures, right? We socialize, so I get it. My whole thing is just people are not doing the work when they get out of like some toxic bad shit. They don't do the work oftentimes. And a lot of times they don't even know in what ways they fucked up. Um, so I feel like somebody asked a question. Oh, somebody said such and such. Yeah, so I feel like, but yeah, like my point was like people not even like on some marriage shit. I just feel like that should be the ultimate goal, and that's just me. And I feel like everything outside of that is like for play. Um, and then like when it comes to that, we know oftentimes polygamy only works one way, right? It works um the male having being able to have like in those polygamy countries, right? Which is another thing that a lot of people don't really fully be understanding. Um, so yeah, but yeah, I think relationships. I think when we just dating and just having situationships, just cause like um yeah, I think it's just like no stamp. Like it's like it's almost like I think like shit just been reducing itself, right? Like at one point everybody was getting married. Now, then people started just, getting into like these long relationships. Now people not even getting into relationships. Like they just having situationships, right? Like they just having like we just gonna chill for like a few months, no title. I smash you when I want, you know what I'm saying? And so it's just like shit just keep reducing itself, right? And even in some cases, people are just walking up to people and saying like, yo, I just wanna fuck. It don't even be like a situationship. It don't even be like, oh, we talking, you know what I'm saying? We fake getting to know each other, and maybe we went on 2 dates. Like it's even worse than that. It's situations where like people just meeting each other and they just like, yo, I just want to smash and like smash and dash. And it's more common now. So I just think those are the times. I think these are the shit that is affecting like people taking people serious or so all of that shit is like a catalyst to me.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like, yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of people are in situationships. I feel like a lot of people are like not getting married. Um, and yeah, I just feel like people wanting to be with each other long term, or, whatever is like, declining. But I also feel like there's also like, I feel like there's also social media poisons the mind. And I think it poisons our perceptions a lot of time, because if we was to go on social media, I feel like we oftentimes would believe like that there aren't a lot of good women out here and there aren't a lot of good men out here. But if you actually go out in this world and you meet people and you interact with people, you'll come to find that that's not actually true in reality, right? That there's a whole bunch of good women out here, there's a whole bunch of good men out here. So oftentimes, my advice to people is like, don't allow social media to make you feel like there's nobody that's good out here, because it'll do that. Social media will definitely do that to you. We consistently see so many bad examples of like women and men and people doing very messed up stuff to each other. But that because that's the stuff that's gonna get attention. That's the stuff that's gonna get likes, and that's what social media
People
is
love the
for.
drama.
Yeah, that's what social media is for. So every time you go on social media, you're gonna see somebody getting cheated on. You're gonna see somebody fighting. You're gonna see somebody breaking up. You're gonna see, you know what I'm saying? And it makes us feel like, relationships are like not worth it. Like nobody's in a relationship. Like boom, boom. But that's not actually true. Like I said, put the phone down, put Instagram down, put whatever social media platform you're on down, and go out there and interact with people in the real world. And I feel like this pandemic, and I feel like overall, just this increase in social media has like really, people don't meet people in person anymore. People meet each other through social media. When you meet somebody through social media, we judge people through their social media. We judge people through their page. You know what I'm saying? We assume them to be, you know, a certain type of way. I even feel like, when you're in a relationship with somebody or you're dating somebody, I feel like you shouldn't follow them on social media. I feel like it's some people could do it, but I feel like sometimes it causes problems, because I just feel like, we take things personal, or we're so hyper vigilant, on their page or whatever. And sometimes, you need a break, you know. You texting this person, you're FaceTiming this person, you're calling this person, you're seeing this person. They're on all your social media platforms. It's like we're just constantly watching what we do. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And I think, in a little ways, like that's unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? I think ignorance is bliss. And I think that, you know, yeah, but like social media is just not really good for relationships. I think people judge their relationships based off of like what other people post and put. They compare their relationships to other people and what they put. They feel like certain people are happy when people are not. It's just a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot. I feel like, but social media and relationships should not mix.
Yeah.
I think that if you're dealing with somebody, I think that you shouldn't have them on social media.
That's a good point. I think, yeah, I think that's a good point. Somebody asked how you feel about arranged marriages.
Um, for some people it works for them. For other people it doesn't work for them. I know people who are in arranged marriages, and it works for them. And I think the definition of marriage and what marriage is really for, has very little to do with love. And I think a lot of us think marriage is about love, 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 love. And actually, marriage is not about love. The majority of marriage it's not about love at all. When we go to divorce courts, we ain't sitting here debating love. We debating assets, we debating houses, we debating custody of kids. We debating real shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if people go into a marriage with that idea, I understand why somebody would be interested in an arranged marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, marriage originally is just the exchange and the protection of assets. So if you go into it with that mindset, an arranged marriage may work for you. Now, if you're going into something where, some people don't want to have an arranged marriage because they want to be with the person that they love, you know? And if you want to be in a marriage because of love, then you go the other route. But I understand why some people, have arranged marriages. I'm not against it or anything like that.
So what type of marriage you trying to be in?
I'm not trying to be in any marriage right now. I'm trying to be, I feel like going back to originally what I said. I feel like people need to focus on themselves. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people would just put too much energy into worrying about other people and what they're doing and being in a relationship. And sometimes you got to just let things go. When you let things go, it'll come to you. But if you sit there and you worry about it and you find yourself stressing about it too much, you're doing it wrong because that's not the way it's supposed to go. That's not the way it's supposed to start. So,
Mm,
yeah.
the
Um,
question is, yeah. Somebody put, what's your thought on bills?
we all got to pay them. We all got bills. What do you mean? Like, what about
Yeah,
bills?
we talking about relationships, so that's probably where they're coming from.
Oh, again, that's a conversation. There are some men who pay all the bills. You know, that's not even a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? That's them. You know, there's some other men who want to go 50-50 on everything. There's other men, who come up with different agreements. Some may pay the rent, or larger bills, and the woman pays the smaller bills, or he'll pays for the overhead and she pays for the in-house stuff. So he'll pay for like the rent, the utilities, the stuff like that. Maybe if they have a car, he'll pay for the car insurance, stuff like that. And she'll pay more for like the groceries. She'll pay more so for like the house upkeep. She'll pay for like the cleaning supplies. She'll pay for like the medication and the medicine thing. If they have kids, she'll pay for the kids' clothes and the laundry detergent, like stuff like that, right? Because that's a whole nother bill, right? To make a house a home is another bill, right? When
Yeah,
you think about a home and you think about every single item in that home, down to the seasonings in the closet, it's very expensive. So I feel like for bills, I think that, everybody has to find what works for them. And
excuse me.
some, like I said, some women pay all the bills and men pay nothing. Some men pay all the bills and the women pay nothing. I think that a lot of times in relationships, though, especially in marriages, that usually ends up to be the problem. You know, I think that finances are not sexy. Bills are not sexy. Budgets, it's not sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's not romantic. It's hard work and it's boring. So I feel like, when people are in financially stressful situations, it usually takes a toll on their relationship because nobody wants to talk about money, especially when you don't have it. Nobody wants to stress about money. Nobody, when you're in a relationship with somebody and you feel like y'all are not financially in the same place and this person is bringing you down, this person is not making enough money as you can't do the things that you want to do because this person is doesn't have it all the time, you start to get turned off. You start to think about other people. You start to think, well, I could just do it by myself. Or you start to look at other people who may have more money than you or at least have the same amount of money as you. You know, I think, when you're in a relationship with a person and even if you guys make the same amount of money, but they consistently make poor decisions, they have poor money management skills and they make poor decisions, and they manage their money poorly, in your opinion, it's a turn off. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't do anything in this life without money. So I feel like money is definitely a conversation that people need to have in relationships. I think that you need to watch how people manage their money. And I think you need to watch where people put their money at. Some people put money, I'm a type of person, I put my money into my belly, into my food. I like to eat. Majority of my money probably goes to food, whether it be groceries or whether it be me eating out. That's where my money goes to. Some other girls, their money goes to food, to hair and nails. They like to get their hair done every 2 weeks by the best people. They spend hundreds on weaves, wigs, extensions, braids, whatever. They spend $100, $150 every 2 weeks in a nail salon. If their nail breaks, they run to the nail salon to get another one. They spend another $200 on eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? They spending money consistently on shoes. Every shoe that come out, they gotta get it. Every bag that come out, they gotta get it. There's some girls that's very much into that type of a lifestyle. You know, so I just feel like you have to look at your person and you gotta decide like, all right, we have to find similar interests. We have to find what we're into. So I'm the type of person where I don't understand if somebody takes the whole paycheck and buys shoes. Like I wouldn't understand that. I don't agree with that, and that would bother me at a certain point. Because every other week you crying broke, but you got all the shoes in the world. You know what I'm saying? Go eat the shoes. That's how I'm gonna feel. And then there's other people who, like I said, I like to spend money on food. I like to go out to eat, or like I just like to eat, period. You know what I'm saying? So if a person is, me and this person is always eating out, not saying that that's good, what I'm saying, either, because again, going back to poor money management, but it's not gonna irritate me that that person is like spending majority of their money on eating out, because I enjoy eating out too, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like those are conversations that people definitely like need to have about, money management.
Yeah, I agree. I think money. So boom. I have Yeah, I think bills is something that gotta be discussed. I think again, like earlier I said, like a lot of people have unrealistic expectations. I think that's all where it come from. I think um I think a lot of people, especially women, I think more so women. And of course, to some people it might sound biased, but I'm a man that dates women, right? So a lot of times women have this, again, their mind is stuck on tradition, not on like what's really going on, right? It's stuck on like, I want this type of man, but I also don't want to be that type of woman back there. I want to be this new woman. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the new woman that can doesn't have to be traditional, but I still want the traditional man. I still want the strong dude that is gonna build me a house. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take care of everything. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be straight. He's gonna make me a car from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like, they still want that man, right? And wanna be the modern day woman. It's like, you want the cake and you wanna eat it too. So I think when it comes to money, um, I think some women kind of like expect, um like, they expect that. They still expect that. They expect like a man to do XYZ. And again, like I said, um go back to interracial shit, right? Oftentimes, your black man has already been marginalized, right? And not saying that there ain't no black man that's well off. I'm just saying a lot of times, um, sisters, like, they really believe that there's gonna be some dude out there that's gonna like sweep them up their feet, or like, you know what I'm saying, and they just not gonna have to do nothing. Um, and I think that's why a lot of guys be salty. I think a lot of guys be pissed off, like, when they do all this shit for a woman. And for example, let's say, I watched a video the other day, and they um, was asking these women who like, they're asking, in what order would you want these type of men, right? They said, would you rather the 9 to 5 dude, a scammer, or a drug dealer? And unfortunately, people don't like the truth. You know what I'm saying? Most, if not all, the black women, they said they wanted a drug dealer or a scammer, and the last option was 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Um, the white women were the only women who said they wanted the 9 to 5 dude first. And then they said maybe a scammer and maybe a drug dealer. And I'm pointing that out because it's like, a lot of people be thinking like that. A lot of people be thinking, oh, I want the motherfucker that could get me, you know what I'm saying, that could get me whatever I want, whenever I want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, rather than the safe guy who I gotta wait till he get paid, or he's gonna maybe be a little more conscious with his money, or how we gonna spend the money. You know, and again, like you said, social media, right? A lot of people been on social media. When people was scamming out here, people was getting whatever they was getting. They was doing whatever they was doing. You know, so I think when it comes to money, it's like, I think I get it. Like, some women, but I feel like the man lose. I feel like if a man is doing everything for you, and then you just leave, you just get up. Like, at the end of the day, you don't gotta stay there just because he taking care of you financially. But the man is always gonna be in a deficit, right? He's always gonna be like, damn. Like it's funny because I feel like women always talked about, like, oh, like, when this man leave you, how they wanted to work, and they wanted to be in the work field, and they wanted to do this and they wanted to do that, because they saying when the man leaves, um, you get left high and dry. But this is the whole purpose of alimony. This is the whole purpose of the woman getting bread when the man leaves. or when they get divorced, because it's I think marriage ultimately, according to the law, benefits the woman. um like according to the law, right? According to like the patriarchal, the man got to do this, the man got to do that. According to all of that, I think like you said, when it's about finance, it's about this, it's about that, and like most of the times the woman is getting some type of finance, and she's we see it all the time, right? Not saying that these dudes don't be cheating or don't be doing certain things, but I'm just saying like you only seen them few occasions where like the dude was getting some bread, like Halle Berry husband, he had to get paid, or Kevin Federline, but those are not the things that we continuously see. So I think in today's society, a lot of times some men can't just pay all the bills and the woman's just chill. This is some of the things that Kevin Samuels talks about. Um, but some of our women, when the man can't do that, when the man can't just pay for every single thing and you just chill with your money, oh, you's a broke ass nigga. Oh, you're not a real man. Oh, you're not this and you're not that. And this is the mentality of a lot of sisters out there. Not all, but this is the mentality of I want a six-figure dude or a dude that's gonna do this. And again, we do the social media thing, right? We hear G Herbo say, "My girl ain't gotta pay for nothing." G Herbo is a millionaire though. You know what I'm saying? We hear Lil Durk say, "I ain't splitting rent with my shorty." Lil Durk's a millionaire though. You know what I'm saying? We hear Lil Baby and we look at these celebrities' relationships and we be like, "Oh, goals, they so cute." And then some of our sisters be thinking like they really gonna get a dude with the six figures, and some might, and some might not. And again, this goes back to the interracial shit. Um, like if you dated white men, you probably would have a higher chance of getting whatever financial shit you trying to meet. Not saying that all white people be, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying like compared to your own man, you probably have a bigger chance in a different pool. So I think like it's like you said, it's a conversation about the realities. You know what I'm saying? That's because there's not a lot of rich guys. But yes, I think we just gotta understand the realities of like what are we doing? Like we building together. And this is why oftentimes I don't date women in the hood. Because women in the hood are just looking for a come up. Not all of them. There's some gems, there's some jewels, some nice women in the hood, but a lot of times men and women are just looking for a way to like come off for somebody. There was a question. It said, "What can more guys do to get respect of women?" That's a question probably for you.
I kind of want to respond to what you said, and then I'm gonna answer that question.
All right,
I
go
feel
ahead.
like it kind of goes back to what I was saying about, um, well, this actually kind of answers both questions. I think a lot of women, right, respect men based on the amount of money that they have, right? And I think that, whether or not that's okay or not is another conversation, but that's just the reality, right? And a lot of us don't want to admit it, um, but it's the truth. And so I feel like with that being said, right, and I had a conversation with a friend about this, you have to admit that. And you have to learn that from very young and you have to move accordingly. So going back to what I said, right, about like people, practicing different things and not practicing monogamy, I actually think monogamy benefits men. And specifically, I think it benefits poor men, right? Or men who don't have like a whole lot of money. Because if women were traditional, right, and men and women truly did seek men who were like very financially, wealthy, and they basically, participated in polygamy where, one man has multiple different women. He marries those multiple different women and he takes care of those multiple women, right? Like you said, there's not enough rich men to go around. So there's not enough men to go around, period, but there's definitely not enough rich men to go around. So with that being said, if you want a really rich man, you have to understand that 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be the only woman that he's dealing with, right? A lot of women are not ready to really grasp that and to understand that and to accept that. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like if we were in a situation where women only married very rich and wealthy men, what happens to all the other men who don't have enough money, you know what I'm saying, to take care of one woman? What would they do? They wouldn't just they just couldn't have kids. They couldn't, continue their legacy. You know what I'm saying? They just, they would just die off. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like monogamy
That
comes
wouldn't be
into
true
play.
though. It's not enough rich men, so it's always gonna be women left around.
Right. So just people will just die out. Like I said, their
How
legacies
would
will
they
not
die
continue.
out? How they if women understood, not to cut you off, if women understood there's 10 rich guys, it's 50 of us. Or like, all right, like they gonna fuck, and this is why some people say, oh, they settle, right? But some people be saying women settle because it's not really that they settle, it's like you couldn't get the man that you wanted, or he was taken already. You know what I'm saying? So you settle for
Right.
what.
And we're talking under the guise of monogamy. So I'm saying if
Yeah.
we were in a situation where polygamy was
Oh,
socially
okay, we're
accepted and
like,
it was
all right.
legal, right? And each rich man has 10, 12, 20 wives, right? At the end of the day, yeah, there will still be some people, right, who would be left unmarried, and majority of men who are poor or who are not financially stable would not get married and would not have kids. So I feel like monogamy, in some ways, benefits men and benefits specifically men who are not financially stable. You know what I'm saying? Because it allows you to have access to all these different women. You know what I'm saying? Who you traditionally, if you was following certain other rules, and if every woman was just truly seeking men with just money, you know what I'm saying, you would not have access to. If every woman was bred and just only because, listen, these girls out here, they talk all the time about, oh, I want a rich nigga, I want this, this, third, boom, boom, boom. They fucking with they showing up the block. Who lives on the air mattress? Who lives in the back of his mom's crib? You know what I'm saying? These girls be talking all of that stuff, but it's not the life that they really live in. If these girls was really about it, and if girls really only gave vagina to and only slept and only married men with a lot of money, there'll be a lot of men out here who would not have any women. But we know in reality, women do not practice that, and women will talk all that crap. And in fact, women will be sponsoring Deshaun, who live up the block in the back of his mama crib. You know what I'm saying? But
But
they'll get
that's
up online and they'll tweet a city girl lyric, right?
but that's
So
usually Kaniqua
that's why I
though.
said don't let social media conflate y'all minds. You know what I'm saying? We see all the time women sit up here and talk about like, oh, I will only mess with a rich dude. I will only mess with a dude with money. These girls be lying. These girls be lying. It's the
I
same
don't
girl that's
know.
tricking
I ain't gonna lie.
and paying for bills
I ain't gonna
and all
lie.
that type of stuff.
I ain't gonna lie. I know chicks that they not doing it, and
They're
like I
not doing
know
what?
they not messing with no broke dude. Like, and again, in the black community is different. But when I'm around like different communities, like different women, they're not playing that shit. Like they not messing with a dude. You know what I'm saying? Who, like, for example, South American, like when you be around South American women, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, like, especially like the you know what I'm saying, they go out, they dress up a certain way. Some of them women are not talking to no man that they feel like they're not getting none out of. They not. I know mad women and like mad different, and whether it be Indians.
Is there something wrong with that?
What I'm saying is, I didn't say nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying, because you was talking about like girls be posting certain shit, but what I'm saying is, and you saying they really don't be living that life, and I'm saying like that might be the case in the hood, or that might be the case in the black community. But I'm saying like I've been around other people, like whether they was like some of them Africans, they not fucking with you. Like they not fucking with you. They not gonna sit here and talk to you if you can't do certain shit for them. And I feel like, and my whole point is this, is that men feel some type of way, right? But in reality, a lot of times, oftentimes, only thing men are getting from women is sex. You know what I'm saying? And there's so much other shit that is expected, right? Like of a man to do. Like at the end of the day, sex don't pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when we talk about tradition and when we talk about certain things, it's just like men feel like they losing in the bargain, right? That's why some men, even men, I know dudes that got bread, you feel me? And some of them dudes, they like, I'm not spending my money on no chick. Like she might get a little of this, a little of that, but I'm not spending mad money on her because at the end of the day, that woman could get up and leave tomorrow, right? And again, shit is like an investment. Some guys feel like, damn, I hear that's why dudes be chicks. And I mentioned the drug dealer stuff earlier because a lot of times those same sisters that say they want the drug dealer, they're not holding that dude down when he do the time. They're not holding that scammer down when he do the time, right? And now he butt her because it's like, damn, you spent thousands of dollars on this chick. She's not even holding you down. She's not even sending you an open. She can't even do nothing for you. She a lot of times some of these leeches can't even do shit for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I see it from both sides, and I say I don't I don't think it's wrong for some women to want that, right? I just think my whole thing, my this is what I think about it. I think if you want that tradition, you got to be a traditional woman. And that man, and it's more so on the man. Like, don't sit here and let some sister or let some woman just like leech off of you, or just constantly take from you, and she not helping you make back, or she not, what I'm saying, she not like helping you in some type of way to like, oh, maybe you should, you should bust this move, or maybe like we're not educating ourselves about finances, right? I just think you shouldn't. I'm actually gonna make a video about this, right? The type of woman that you shouldn't date. You know, yeah, I think like, yo, shorty want that. I don't be mad at nobody. You want to go out there, what I'm saying? You want to go out there and just get with certain type of men, and you just want to get certain things. That's fine and dandy. Because I know what type of woman I'm looking for. Everybody got like whatever they're looking for. So it's cool. I know some women who like they not gonna talk to you. They not gonna like like you ain't gonna get next to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, that's the type of shit that they do. That's the type of shit they like. You know what I mean? Like, everybody like what they like. I just know what I feel like is gonna be conducive. And I feel like, yeah, like if you're gonna be traditional, be traditional. Um, it's like I don't think it can't be like having the cake and eat it. It's just like gender roles. If you want to be like I'm against gender roles, then that means like, okay, don't expect me to like you expect, but you expecting me to open the door. You're expecting me to pull out your chair. You're expecting me to get you flowers. You're expecting me to do mad shit. And some women might say, "Oh no, that's just nice and respectful." I said a lot of shit is under the guise of gender roles. You know what I'm saying, like, it's under the guise of it. So it's like some people still want the benefits of it. A lot of times our sisters, they still want the benefit of it, but like you still want to be able to run around. Oh, the hell, there's going on.
Sorry. Yeah, I just
That's
bugged out.
that's cool. It's cool. So that's what I was saying. I don't got a problem with like, cause it's, you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to change you. I'm not gonna call you like. That's why when dudes get mad and they be like, "Oh, you're a gold digger," they go mad hard. Like, I'm like, why y'all even going mad hard? Like, at the end of the day, if that's what she want to do, if she want to chase the dollars, let her chase the dollars. You know what I'm saying, like, it is what it
Right.
is. She, but I get it though. I get it. Like, nobody want to be. You know what I'm saying, like, nobody want to be out there. Um,
Yeah, I think in both aspects, I think women don't want to be traditional and in no sense and abide by certain gender roles. And I think, men don't want to be providers anymore. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sense. I think that,
I
I
don't think
think on
men
both
don't want to be
aspects,
providers. I think men don't want to be used. It's not that men
I
don't want to
think
provide.
I think you know what it is? It's not that they don't. I think that they can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think
some
there's
men.
a lot of men also that can't financially. Going back to what Kevin Samuel said, a lot of men unfortunately don't make enough to provide for themselves. And then let's not talk about providing for another person. So with that being said, with everything changing, you know what I'm saying, especially specifically black men, like you said, now, if more of black women, maybe dated outside of their scope and dated other men of other races, yeah, we probably would find better chances of finding men that could financially provide for us. But with the pick of litter that we have, with black men being marginalized, with black men not being, um, their graduation rate, certain things not really being up to par, and what we have to pick from, we have to recognize that gender roles and the way that we switch up money in the household is going to change. You know what I'm saying? It's going to look different. It's going to look more 50-50 in the long run. If we're talking about retirement, if we're talking about sustaining houses and stuff like that, you need two people's income to make the house last. We're not in the 60s anymore where the woman just sits home, makes lemon meringue pies, and just sits in her crib, and the husband could go out and work and bring enough money to sustain for him, the children, and the wife. That's not the economy that we live in anymore. That's not the times that we live in anymore. So with that being said, I think that you know a lot of men can't financially support a woman alone, on their own. Like a woman, a lot of people can't just, like I said, women can't just sit home and take care of the household and stuff like that, because we need two incomes, to make this thing work. So I think because of that, I think oftentimes when women, I notice when women can pay for certain things and when women realize that they could pay for everything on their own, they tend to lose that respect for the man. Again, going back to what I said, a lot of women respect men based off the amount of money that they have, and they don't want to admit that. But unfortunately, that is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've noticed a lot of times in those situations, as soon as the woman stepped outside the household and she started to go to work and she started to make her own money, the respect and that gender role stuff kind of went, out the window. And I get it, I get it in a weird way, not the respect part, but I get it because, you work a 9 to 5, I work a 9 to 5. You work 40 hours, I work 40 hours. You want me to work 40 hours, and then you want me to come home, and then you want me to wash, and clean up the house, wash the laundry, clean up the house, take care of the kids, put the kids to bed, you know what I'm saying? Take care of you. You know what I'm saying? In whatever ways, I'm taking care of you. Get up in the morning, get the kids up to go to work, you know what I'm saying? Then take them off to school, drop them to school, pick them up, bring them back, you know what I'm saying? Again, take care of all the household and still work 40 hours a week and come back and bring home half of my paycheck to you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why certain women be like, well, if I'm paying this and I'm paying that, then I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. Right.
Yeah, those
So
women, those a lot of times those women were never traditional to begin with. So it's like I hear women like, this is my rebuttal. I hear a lot of women say that, right? They be like, oh, you want me to do this and you want me to do that, but to begin with, they wasn't traditional, right? To begin with, like a lot of women think, well, not a lot. Well, yeah, a lot. A lot of women, like Kevin Samuels asked them all the time. He said, you've been living your life in a certain way for mad long, for years. And you claim you want a six-figure dude, and you think you're just gonna be able to get with a six-figure dude and you're gonna shut up. And you're gonna he said, yo, a lot of y'all women wouldn't even be able to be with a rich man. Because a rich man not gonna take the bullshit that the motherfucker that can't do shit for you gonna take. He don't gotta put up with certain shit. When a dude is laid up on your couch, when a dude be living off you, you know what I'm saying? When Deshaun and Tyrone, when they living off you, Shaquanda, you know what I'm saying? When they living off Shaquanda, you know what I'm saying, eating your baby fruit snacks, you know what I'm saying, he don't got nowhere to go. He gonna let you talk to him crazy. He gonna let you further emasculate him. He
it don't
gonna
even have to be that extreme. It'll be a
no
situation where it's 50-50.
no,
I both work, and
even
it'll
if
be a situation where she still don't respect you.
I can't speak for those men, but you know what I'm saying, even if a woman make more money than me, she gonna respect me as a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I can't talk for them guys. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like
me,
I said, yeah, a
me,
lot of women don't, and it'll
me,
come out. It'll
me,
come out eventually.
I put a woman in her place, just like I'll put a guy in his place. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I know other men too. Like they're not gonna their pockets respect do not start or stop in their pockets.
Do
You
you
know,
think that? Do you think that men shouldn't seek marriage until they're financially stable and they can take care of themselves and their wife, or
it's not
no?
them, it's not themselves. A lot of men could take care of themselves. They've been taking care of themselves.
I'm saying,
It,
I'm
no, I
saying
know,
no.
no,
That
I know, because that's the narrative. The narrative is that, oh, he can't take care of himself or a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's not that he can't take care of himself. It's that a woman that was taking care of herself, right? We both by ourselves. We're taking care of ourselves. Then when we come together, the woman feels like, even if she worked, a lot of women, they feel like, well, even if I work, I should be able to keep all my bread. I shouldn't pay.
and
So what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that, like, I think, like, it depends. I think it depends on the person you're talking to. I don't think, again, I'm against men being used. A lot of women out here using men. You know what I'm saying? And again, like, some women are gonna say, and some men do be using women, right? But for the most part, men only getting sex on women, right? So, but I'm saying, like, I feel like it depends on the arrangement. Like, if you are coming from a familiar background of, like, I'm the provider, I pay for everything, my wife don't pay for nothing, then yeah, you gotta make enough cash to you get married. You gotta make enough cash to have that woman. Also another thing is, I tell men, like, it's not even that hard. Like, just don't date certain women. Like it's definitely some low maintenance women out there. Like people be thinking like, oh, like I gotta make 100K, I gotta make 200K. No, you don't,
No,
brother.
you don't.
It's definitely some women out there
It's
that's not
women
gonna.
out here that don't ask for nothing.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Nothing.
gonna be some women out there who not gonna, they don't need the latest wig, the $800 wig. They don't need
Hmm.
the nails all the time. Anyway, I'm not paying for that shit anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? You take care of that. You know what I mean? Like, so you have to, some men have to understand, like, at the end of the day, your grooming shit is your grooming shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if that's what you was doing, that's how you was upkeeping yourself. Like, that's you.
It depends.
Um,
It depends on, like you said, going back to what you said, depends on the type of woman that you're dealing with, right? A lot
it-
of men, right? They want to go after the IG girls or the baddies or whatever, whatever. You got to recognize that those women, they have their upkeep on themselves without you is, you know what I'm saying? For her to look like that consistently, for her to keep up with herself like that, it costs money. You know what I'm saying? These girls spend a lot of money already on
yeah,
themselves.
a lot of
So
them
you
not
win.
paying that. A lot of them not
So
paying their own money though. They got niggas that
some
be doing shit.
no,
Most.
some of these girls, a lot of these girls are financing themselves in that accord. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
A
even gonna
lot of
say a
these girls
lot.
are spending a lot of these girls are spending their own money on their hair and their nails and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they spend. Listen, if I'm dealing with a girl, right, and her she's going to Mastro's. She's going to Benihana. She's going to these. That's regular, right? To some people, these places are expensive or like really, really like a big deal. To other people, these are regular spots that they eat out at all the time, right?
Yeah,
So when you approach a woman or when you approach a person, even a man, right, who this is what he frequents. You know what I'm saying? You deal with a man who flies. Every time he flies first class. You know what I'm saying? You deal with a man every time he shops at these specific places. That's his that was his or her lifestyle before you even came into the picture. You know what I'm saying? They're not frequenting certain places. You know what I'm saying? They're not going and eating 2 for $4 at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they do, right? So when you approach a person like that or you want a person like that, we see it. We see the image. We want a woman that's like that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to recognize that that woman comes with a certain price tag. You know what I'm saying? And again, right, like kind of going back to what you said about average women, right? How you say that you date average women or you like average women, right? There's some men out here who, you know, don't, I'm not saying they don't like average women, but they fantasize or they want to be with very, very upscale, high maintenance women. These high maintenance women come with a price, you know? So maybe you should change, your perception. And maybe you shouldn't seek these high maintenance, expensive women, right? Um, but that's just a whole nother thing, right?
yeah. I tell guys that all the time. I don't have those problems because I don't talk to the bad witches. You know what I'm saying? The bad witches are a bill. You know what I'm saying? A bill I'm not trying to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, excuse me. So I don't be having those problems. But yeah, like you're right. Like a lot of these dudes, like, listen. I don't even talk to certain people, like, cause I peep the game. Like I know the signs. Like I be like, oh, I, yeah, they doing that over there though. You know what I'm saying? If you go over there, that table over there, they got you over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I don't, but that's definitely true. Like, um, you gotta watch who you're going after. Unfortunately, um, a lot, but again, that's why I say I don't talk to people in the hood. And it's not necessarily people, it's just people with the hood mentality. And oftentimes they happen to live in the hood. So yeah, like I just try to avoid shit. Yeah, so that's just my thing, brothers, man. Like, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like some sisters want the man that got the bread, but the man that got the bread, he might not have all that time that you want. He might not, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you never, we never, it's just like some women say they want a strong man, but if you're used to dating weak men, when you get that strong man, you're not gonna know how to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Because you've never been around a strong man. You know what I'm saying? When that man talked to you a certain way, and you used to talking to Tyrone that was laying up under you, and you was giving him an allowance, and you used to talk to him like shit. and he had to take it because he didn't want you to kick him out. You know what I'm saying? And now when you meet this other man, you know what I'm saying, that he don't care about none of that because he don't need you. Or he don't, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different ball game. And I think we just not used to, you know what I'm saying? We just not used to that. It's just like when a dude gets a bad chick for the first time. You know what I'm saying? When the dude gets that bad chick or he accidentally get the bad witch, you know what I'm saying? And he's realizing like, damn, like yo, she could eat. Yo, she greedy. Damn, she always want to go to the expensive restaurant. Damn, she every other week she want to get a different wig and like she expect me to, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get that, you gonna realize. Like so I already know. Like I already yeah, I learned from a young age, man. So you gonna want me, you gonna want me at my worst when I'm bummy, when I'm wearing my dirty clothes. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want me when I'm wearing my dirty clothes, we ain't got no business. You know what I'm saying? Talking about nothing. Um, at the end of the day, like I seen this thing, but Denzel said this right. He said her looks. I don't know what he said. He said her mind is what's gonna raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I really don't care. Like I said, I go after. I talk to an average chick because I'm an average man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need. I don't need the bad witch. They 9 times out of 10 they a bill. You know what I'm saying? Even a woman calling herself that, like I'd be like, I, I'm gone. But yeah, I don't think there's any questions. Yo, baby, man, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you just gotta at the end of the day, man, you gotta figure out what you really want, what's really conducive to you. Um, what's gonna save you a few dollars. Don't break the bank, man. A lot of y'all be out here breaking the bank for people y'all just want to have fun with. And 9 times out of 10, the guy's gonna be the one that be spending shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't met some very generous women. You know what I'm saying? I learned very early on when I came home. I'm not about to sit here fight with a woman over the bill. I used to do that all the time, right? Because I was on my macho shit. I gotta pay the bill. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Nah, man, these sisters was out here on a different type of time when I came home from prison. You know what I'm saying? They was on some the independent woman shit. We could pay for the food. We could do this. We could do that. And I was like, okay. I used to be arguing at first, but then I was like, you know what? You want to pay the bill? Pay the bill. If that make you feel good, you know what I'm saying? That make you, yeah, I pay the bill. Yeah. You know, these girls be out here like I'm a real nigga. I pay the bill. Hey, pay the bill then. So everybody does what works for them, like you said.
Right.
So if that's it, any last words?
Mm-mm.
All right, man. I appreciate it. You know, we went for like a little hour. I thought this was hopefully y'all got something out this conversation. Um, so yeah, we was just, sharing our thoughts on the current um dating scene today. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting how it looks out there. A lot of more and more people are becoming hopelessly romantic in XYZ and etc. It's crazy, man. It's a sad world. It's a sad world. It's a sad world. Um, yeah, man. I think I was born in the wrong era. But if you like the content, why you didn't put me on today? Yo, this dude is crazy. Like the throwback, the Vic Slang Hope Durag. You can see the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. This dude is crazy. Too much time in your hands, man. You see, you need a companion, man. Ask her. Oh, somebody said you're beautiful.
Thank you.
She is, right? I ain't gonna lie. She a little cute. What's your maintenance like?
I'm one of those women that don't ask for nothing.
See, and those are the women that deserve the
And
good
those
things.
usually the women that get everything. The women
Those
that don't
women,
ask for much.
those women deserve. What's crazy? It's good that you mentioned that because those usually be the women, right? Who like guys try to make a little more effort, right? Because it's
They
like
do.
you know what, like she'll ask you for nothing. Like you feel me? Like um, she don't really, For example, boom. I was talking to the sister that she made decent bread. You know what I'm saying? She made a little chicken. She made a little more chicken than me. Her shit was this was her rules. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta sometimes you gotta let women have the rules. You know what I'm saying? But they say happy wife, happy life. So she said something, not that she was my wife, but yeah, we used to go half on everything, right? Like that was her shit. Now mind you, before me, she was with a dude talking to a dude that she was courting. Well, she was with a dude that didn't really do much at all. You know what I'm saying? Um, but anyway, the whole point was at some point she started like like my whole thing is like when you sometimes guys accept the half thing because when y'all both leave, nobody feels no type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, because no lie, I probably would feel some type of way. Like if I did everything for a woman and then she just get up and leave one day, like I'm gonna be like, damn, like I spent mad, like you know what I'm saying? I dropped mad money on this chick. Um, and I also think some sisters just be expecting. They think they deserve gifts and certain shit just cause they're a woman. I think shit should be earned. Like I think like you know what I'm saying? Like you said, right? If you don't really bother me, you don't really ask for nothing, you don't really, like it's like, yeah, like I should get her a gift, right? Like and gifts just show that somebody's thinking of you, you know? Um and I think that shit just comes naturally. Um yeah, they talking about Dominican. Now they on you, man. They on you now, man. They just like we over here talking about dating. They heard you on ask for nothing. You know what I mean? They heard you don't ask for much. They you know what I'm saying?
I'm not Dominican.
They heard you ain't ask for nothing. You know when motherfuckers here, I don't ask for nothing, and she cute, they be like, she don't ask for nothing. She don't ask for nothing, just pizza. You know what I'm saying? Just pizza and a good movie. Yo, dudes, I got friends, man. They be like, man, she don't ask for nothing. I get her two McChickens and the large fry and the Sprite, and she happy as hell. Yo, I watch her.
All right, well, I'm not. You're not gonna give me no two McChicken, and I don't want that. But yeah,
Yo, I see the meme, right? Dude said, yo, you got to get them chicks that had the dirt bags. I never did nothing for them. Because when you get them a bag of chips, they be feeling like you the one. And I was like, yo, that is crazy. But that's how shit be though. Yo, you be surprised how many times like I told somebody like, oh, let's go get some food. Or let's go, you know what I'm saying? Let's go on a date. Like let's you know what I'm saying? And they'll be like mad surprised, like mad shocked that like
that's
somebody
sad.
took him on a date. And
That's very sad.
I'd be like, damn, motherfuckers been Netflix and chilling you.
Your whole life, yeah, that's sad. But
Yo,
you know,
but that's the dating shit today, right? Like I just feel like I seen another post. Somebody said when a girl say she don't drink and smoke, dudes don't know what to do with her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
that's true. When
people just
people, that's people in general, like even dudes, like when people don't drink and smoke, people are functioning alcoholics. A lot of people are functioning alcoholics. If you think in a matter of a week, if you're drinking 2 to 3 times a week consistently, you're a functioning alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that you got to be pissy drunk on the corner or messed up all the time. No. A lot of people are functioning alcoholics. A lot of people have some type of liquor every single day, or if not every single day, even once a week. You have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But
my stomach hurt.
that's a whole nother conversation
John Doe
for
said,
another day.
yo, do some girls just want to smash?
Yes.
Yeah, that was like a shit. Girls be moving like guys out here, man.
Yeah, some girls definitely just want to smash.
You know what I'm saying should be definitely. But yeah, I remember I was telling you, nah, I feel like I'm dragging it. But yeah, I think that's gonna be about it, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. A lot of y'all kind of like the conversation. You know, let us know what y'all think, man. Like, yeah, dating is like, is it over, man? Like, we might as well just well, like what we doing out here, man? Like, people not getting married no more. Men can't afford to take care of the woman and themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, the woman don't want to be traditional. You know what I'm saying? Half of them just be ordering shit out all the time. You know what I'm saying? Shit fucked up. Shit fucked up, man. That's another bill. If you gotta constantly order food out, that's another goddamn bill. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the nails and the hair and all that shit. So yeah, man. Somebody, everybody saying there it's over. Everybody like it's over. Yeah, man. It's very sad, man. It's very sad. Somebody else told me if you want to marry a decent woman, like leave the country. I was like, damn. I mean, there's some decent women here, but I just think that like they very rare. It's very rare to find like you know what I'm saying somebody nice like Ka. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare, man. You know what I'm saying she was raised by two parents, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Two. Not one, two. You know what I'm saying? That shit rare nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And even sometimes when both your parents raise you, you still, people still be a little messed up. So when look, man, when y'all find somebody out there, don't worry. I'm gonna give y'all a video about the woman you shouldn't date. I'm saying I'm gonna give y'all one about the man you shouldn't date either. You know what I'm saying? So, but hold on, it's not. She don't got a YouTube channel. The country. It's a sin to overindulge in drinking. Yeah. So, but I'm definitely gonna give y'all some little tips. About certain women you shouldn't date, and certain men, and certain men you shouldn't date. You know what I mean? But we appreciate y'all. Make sure like y'all can always comment and like tell us like what topics y'all might want to hear from us next, or what y'all want to hear us talk about. I appreciate all of y'all tuning in, staying here. Like it's been like a good decent amount of y'all for the whole time when we was talking. So I definitely appreciate that. I know it's late. We try to do it a little earlier, but like we just wanted to give y'all something. You know what I'm saying? We've been slacking on the shows, but we know y'all love y'all. I mean, we know y'all, we love y'all. He said, why y'all leaving? Yo, you came late, man. You came late, John Doe. We've been here for an hour, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you can always replay it and watch it, man. It was a good conversation. It was a good discussion. We're gonna come back with another topic probably at the end of this week, right? Probably
And
like
y'all
at the
gotta
end of this.
comment. Yeah, y'all gotta comment. Y'all gotta leave topics. Like tell us stuff that you guys want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us things that like y'all want to hear us talk about and stuff like that. That'll definitely help us continue going and making sure that we giving y'all the content, that y'all want. So that helps as well.
Somebody say, yo, Kyle, do yourself a favor, and make yourself a YouTube channel. I try to tell her, man, you know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to put that work in, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be trying to tell her, like, yo, all you gotta do is get a channel and what your content gonna be about. Oh, yeah, that was crazy. Damn,
Yo.
that conversation took a crazy turn. See, I see what you're trying to do, man. I see what you're trying to do. Y'all trying to get this. Y'all trying to take this somewhere else, and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna. I ain't gonna lie though. I be seeing mad girls talk about that shit on Twitter and Instagram and all over the place, talking about that road stuff. Well, but anyway, man, we gonna leave, man, cause y'all ain't trying to let us leave, man. But y'all have a good one. Take care. Peace out.
Bye.